Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Chilling with Londa. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. That will help me grow, and I really appreciate it. I'm so close to my 1,000 subscribers. It's so exciting. I appreciate every last one of you who come tune in and watch my story times. And if you're returning, you already know. Hey, let's get into the story time, y'all. So if you can tell by the title, this is like a horror date, horror story time, horror hookup. I'm not sure what it was, but it was horror. It was horror all around. And let's get into it. So this took place some years back. I was in a corner store. I don't know what y'all call y'all stores or y'all convenience stores around where you stay, but in Miami we call them corner stores. So I was in the corner store one day buying my snacks. As you can see why I'm so fluffy today, I love my snacks, my hot chips, I used to love my sodas, my pickled eggs. I used to get all kind of just junk food, unnecessary stuff. That was my routine I used to do. One day I was in the corner store and I was in the back of the store where the coolers was. I was getting me a drink. And I can just feel this guy staring at me. He was in the front of the store. I can feel him like staring at me. And at first glance, he didn't really catch my attention. I don't know why, but I just ignored him and I got my things. So I headed to the front of the store where the register was to pay for my stuff. And it's almost like he was waiting for me. I felt that. So I pay for my things and I leave the store. I walk to my car and I can just hear the door open behind me, and it was him. We're going to call this guy Bam. So Bam, at first glance, at second glance, he wasn't so bad. He was kind of handsome. He had little dreads in his head and it wasn't messed up. It was kind of neat, which is why I continued to talk with him at that moment. And he asked me what's my name just off bat, and I told him what my name was, and he told me his name was Bam. And we sat there for maybe 5 to 7 minutes and we talked, and I felt that I wanted to talk to him, so he asked my number and I gave him my number. Now we just texting and we talking a little bit on the phone. Now, I have been vulnerable a lot in my past years, like a lot with men and women, with people in general, but I never was the type to like be pretty much when I didn't want to talk to you, I didn't talk to you. He was texting and calling me every single day, and I didn't want to talk. So sometimes I would ignore him, but he was applying that pressure, y'all. He would text and call me all day. In today's terms, love bombing me. I don't know what you want to call that, because if I'm ignoring you, why do you continuously blow my phone up? Anyway, let's move on. I eventually give in to his texts and calls, and we sit and talk one day, and he offered to take me on a date. I agreed to go on a date, and I asked him, he asked me where would I want to go, and I told him, well, it's up to you. I'm a very simple woman. It doesn't take much to please me. I said simply, let's go out to eat. That's what I want to do because it's a good place to sit down and get to know each other and talk. So that's what he agreed to. He told me he would take me out. Now, mind you, when I was in that corner store that day, I don't remember how he left. I don't remember if he got into a car or if he walked across the street to the bus stop. I don't remember. So when we were talking about the date, I asked him, I said, well, are you going to pick me up or we're going to meet? And he was like, well, my car is in the shop. I know y'all hear this all the time. So I know y'all hear this all the time, ladies, or if you've heard this before, we've all been there with these guys. My car in the shop. My car in the shop. Y'all know I wouldn't lie to y'all. So instantly, when he said my car was in the shop, I rolled my eyes. And I said, well, why your car in the shop? Oh, and bam, he goes to tell me, oh, my engine went out. And then when the engine went out, just went out. Pretty much his car is crap and it's in the shop to get fixed, okay? So that's just the game all of these guys run who's never owned a vehicle or never had a vehicle, and it's always in the shop. So I just knew that he didn't have a car. Just say that. If you didn't have a car, just say that. So, okay, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, so he doesn't have a car. I had a car. I had a little '06 Hyundai Sonata, and that was okay. That was my baby, and she was running very well. So I'm like, okay, well, I can come pick you up, and then we can go to go out to eat or whatever and stuff like that. We agreed. So now it's a couple days later or weeks later. Don't know. It's been a while. So My homegirl, she comes over to spend the weekend with me, and we're gonna call my homegirl Kayla. So Kayla's over my house, and we're kicking it in the room, probably listening to music. I'm almost sure we were clapping them thighs, hey, dancing, all kind of stuff, because that was our thing. And Bam hit me up, and he was like, "So what you doing today?" And today's the day. Do you want to go on a date? And I was like, yeah, because it's the weekend. We were free. But my friend Kayla was with me. So I did tell Bam, I'm like, hey, my friend Kayla is with me. Is it okay? Do you, if you want to reschedule, we can reschedule if you want it to just be me and you. But he was like, no, it's okay. So me and Kayla, we excited. We get ready. I think he said he would be ready around 5, 6. We wanted to hang out a little bit before we go eat. So me and Kayla, we get ready. We get cute. Well, as cute as we thought we could be at that time. Put on our good stuff, our good Victoria's Secret spray, and that was what we that was our top flight, our top fly outfits at the time, and we would fly. So we get ready. We get my car ready. We go. I text Bam. I'm like, hey, so we're ready. Where do you want us to come pick you up from? And so he give me this address, and when he give me the address, I wasn't so direction savvy at the time, but I just knew that it wasn't so far from my house, and it looked familiar. Like the address looked familiar. Now I stay in Miami. The street that I grew up on, not too far from the street that I grew up on, we had a lot of toots on that block, and I'm talking about a lot of toots. You know what I mean? A lot of Joes and a lot of tricks, and it was a motel on that street. And because the Toots and the Joes and the Tricks, they would go there and do their thing in that motel. And so the address, I'm like, that address looked familiar. I showed Kayla. She was like, yeah, that may be, you girl, is that the motel where the prostitutes at? So I'm like, I don't know. Let's just get in the car and let's, follow the address on the maps. So we riding in my little car and we following the map, and the map pulls us up to this motel where these Tricks and Johns be, and I was instantly turned off. So I text Bam. I'm like, hey Bam, me and my homegirl were in the front. Which room are you in? I thought you said. So I text Bam. I'm like, hey Bam, me and Kayla, we're in the front of the motel. Which room are you in? So he tells me the room number. Don't remember which room number. It was one of those, motel where you can drive in front of the room and get out. So we find the room number, and the whole time me and Kayla looking for the room number, we talking shit. We like, oh girl, what kind of man is this? And I'm a little embarrassed because this my friend. You feel what I mean? But she didn't go too hard on me. But we were talking crap on the way to finding his room, and that's what it was. So we pull in front of the room, and I text him. I'm like, hey, we outside. He lets us. He opens the door, and he looked okay. He looked pretty clean. He didn't look, you know what I mean? He didn't look like I don't know. He didn't give me any bad vibes. So we go into. He opens the door. Me and Kayla get out. Very cautiously, looking at each other with our little crazy eyes, like, girl, what are we doing? Needless to say, we get out. He opens the motel room, and it's like 8 guys in the motel room. No cap. Me and Kayla walk into this room, and there's like 8 guys in this one motel room on this one bed. It's like 2 on the left side, 2 on the right, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the other bottom, 1 in the middle, 1 was in the bathroom, 1 was at the sink, 1 was standing in front of the TV, 1 was on the phone, 1 was laid by the door, 1 was I'm serious. They was in there laid out. It was like at least 8 or 9 boys in there, including Bam. So me and Kayla, we like, hell no, it's time for us to go. So we stood at the door for a couple minutes, and my instincts kicked in. I was like, hey, Bam, I'm finna we're gonna go sit in the car. It's pretty crowded in here. So he just shook his head and he was like, cool. And me and Kayla, we took our ass to the car, and when we got in the car, we talked our shit. Maybe 5-10 minutes go past. We sitting in the car talking our crap about this guy, about Bam. Me and Kayla. And he comes out 5-10 minutes later. He gets in the back seat, and so I asked him, I'm like, why you at this hotel? And he was like, oh, I got a house. I got a house, but my house is being renovated right now, and I can't really stay there right now. They told me about 2 months. So me and the boys, you know what I mean? Me and the boys, we just in this hotel room right now, and we in a hotel room right now, and this is where we stay. We just. So I cut Bam off. I'm like, hold on. So it's you and all of those guys staying there? And he said yes. It's probably like two of them that didn't stay in that one room. Oh my goodness. It took everything in me to not show expressions on my face, to not be disrespectful or rude, but I just could not believe it. So he's like, oh, my home is getting renovated and I can't stay there for 2 months. And yeah, this is me and my homeboys sharing a hotel room. This is where we at for now. Okay. So we like, okay. I'm like, okay, I'm not here to judge anybody, but this is just in my head. I'm like, this is just not looking good. Did I meet me a bum? Anyway, so we're driving, and so I'm talking to Bam, and Kayla, she's in the front, she's rolling up her little blunt, and we getting ready to chief. And so I'm like, so Bam, what, Kayla can pay for herself. I did put that out there. I'm like, she can pay for herself, but where we going? You taking us to a restaurant or whatever? And he was like, yeah, we can still go out to eat and stuff like that. So we didn't even make a destination of where we wanted to go, but now, it's just his personality wasn't a horror. It was just his life. His lifestyle was more so the horror. You ever met somebody and their life just didn't align with yours, and everything about them just seemed so depressing. Let's just be honest. I don't know. It wasn't really a horror story. Just depressing. But we're gonna get there. We're riding. So Kayla's rolling up her little blunt in the front seat. She lighted up. We chiefing. And so he was like, oh, can you take me by my spot so I can go get some tree too? We can match up. So I'm like, cool. Ain't never nothing wrong with no little match up. So I'm like, cool, where you want to go? He give me the address. Y'all, it's like 40 minutes away, maybe 45 minutes away. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, is you going to give me a little gas for this? Because it's not like it's 10-15 minutes away. He like, yeah, I'll give you a little couple dollars for your tank. And so I put it in the GPS. It was 43 minutes away. Cool, 43 minutes away. I get on the highway. We start trucking and we start riding to the little tree spot. We finally get to the tree spot. He's like, hold on, I'm going to be out in about 5 minutes. He comes back out, y'all. So he's in the back seat. He asked Kayla, he was like, do you know how to roll? And she was like, yeah, I know how to roll. He was like, do you know how to roll out of backwood? She was like, yeah, I know how to roll out of backwood. He was like, can you roll for me? So she was like, you don't know how to roll? He was like, yeah, I know how to roll, but sometime out of the backwoods, I don't know how to roll it good, but can you roll for me? So Kayla was like, yeah, I can roll for you. So y'all, tell me why he passed this girl a dime. I don't know how many of my viewers is measurement knowledgeable with tree and stuff like that, but a dime of tree is about this much in a little bag. This man made me drove 43 minutes for a little old bag, which was probably like one spliff. It took everything in me. When I seen him pass Kayla that little old dime bag of weed, and it took everything in me to not say this what I drove all the way 43 minutes for this little ass bag of tree. But I ain't say that because even Kayla, she looked at me and we grinned, and it was just like, damn, I feel like I met a bum, y'all. He just didn't have anything to offer. So once we get the tree, Kayla rolled the tree up, the little dime. It was literally one blunt, y'all. So we roll the little dime up. While she's rolling the dime up, I go pull into the gas station because I want my little couple dollars of gas you promised me for. So I pull into the nearest Exxon or Mobil, whatever the hell it was, and I pull up to the tank. And I'm like, so Bam, can you put your little couple dollars in my tank? And so, we sitting there, we chiefing, yeah, we whatever. And so he's in the back seat. I can see him scrolling on his phone. When people get to scrolling on their phone, he's just scrolling on his phone, doing like this. Damn. Damn, bro, won't answer the phone. Damn. Y'all know that shit. Bum. So I instantly, I'm hip to the game. So I already knew he was finna pull some crazy broke mess, right? So he just stood back there. Damn, they ain't answering the phone, man. They ain't answering the phone, man. I already knew what time it was. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. You done made me drove 43 minutes to get this little ass bag of tree, and you can't even put your little couple dollars in my tank. So at first, I was nice. Kayla is dying laughing. My friends is horrible, dog. My facial expressions show everything. My body language show how I feel. Kayla is in the front seat dying laughing. Let me tell you why she was dying laughing, because we was at this age. We was good young ladies. We took care of ourselves. We did not need no man to do anything for us. The reason why I wasn't so mad was because I had my own money. I had my own money. Kayla had her own money. We didn't need this guy money. It was just the fact that he was playing in my top he was playing in my face, playing with my top like this. So he's just scrolling, and I already knew he didn't have any money. So we sitting there for it's like 10 minutes now. He's still scrolling. I'm like, you know what, bam, it's okay. Just pay for my food at the restaurant and shit like that. And whatever, and just give it to me later. Now, you might say, well, Yolanda, if he couldn't give you a couple dollars for gas, what makes you think he was going to pay for your date at the restaurant? Exactly. It didn't click in my brain at the time, y'all. Y'all can laugh at me. I'm sure y'all laugh at everything else. So we pulls off. I pulls off fast. I skirt the car, y'all. I was so mad. I pulled off real fast. And my friend Kayla, she was just dying laughing because she already knew where this was going. Oh, yeah. So we drive off. This man, bam, had the nerve to ask me. He was like, can you make one more stop for me, please? Can you stop by my house so that I can get some things, because I need them, and I might have a little more money that I left over there, you know? So I'm like, okay, cool. He was just like, it's literally around the corner from this gas station. It was like 2 minutes, y'all. So I'm like, okay, I can stop by your house and, whatever. It was maybe 2 or 3 minutes away. So I pulled off real fast because I was mad. Bust that left, bust that right, went down about 2 minutes, made another right, and we was at his house, right? So now Kayla is dying laughing. She's still laughing. She's tapping me. She's laughing. She ain't shit. So we pull up in front of this boy house, and we pull up in the driveway, and the appearance of the house looked to be, it wasn't so bad. It looked like a bando. The reason, or unkept. I won't say a bando. It just looked very unkept. It didn't look like a bando. It looked very unkept. Like when I pulled in the driveway, all of the bushes and the grass, it was just real high. It looked like it hadn't been cut for weeks, months. It just looked unkept. It was a little patio furniture in front of the house, so whatever. Somebody could have been staying there or whatever, or working on it. It just pretty much looked unkept. It looked like, oh damn, excuse me. It looked like it hadn't been touched or entered since for months. But so it was kind of weird that he told me that his house was getting renovated. So me and Kayla, I pull up in the driveway. Me and Kayla's still in the front seat, messing with me, laughing. I'm sitting there mad with my arms folded, mouth tooted up. Tell me why this man, one of those patio chairs that was on the front porch, tell me why this man grabbed one of those chairs, y'all. Went to the window on the side of the house, put the chair on under the window, got on the chair, lift the window up, and crawled in the house, y'all. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Because why? So where's your key? Where's your key, Bam? And the whole time, he's getting it. Like I see him get the chair. When he grabbed the chair, instantly, I just knew what he was doing. He grabbed the chair, walked to the side of the house. Kayla is dying laughing, y'all. My friend ain't shit. She is dying laughing because we knew where this was going. This man, the last thing I remember was seeing his ass into the window and his feet dangling out of the window. He done fell into the house, y'all. And I said, oh, hell no. So me and Kayla, we talking shit, we laughing. She is flaming me. She's flaming me because I spoke so good about Bam those couple weeks when I was ignoring him. I'm like, oh girl, this man nice. He's sweet. He liked me. You know what I mean? He seemed clean. He got good conversation. So I was kind of bragging on Bam. So Kayla is flaming me. Whew. Man, rough. He comes out maybe a couple minutes later. He comes back out of the window. I thought maybe, we could give him a benefit of the doubt. Okay, maybe he left his keys. Maybe he locked himself out. Maybe, I don't know. So I was giving him the benefit of the doubt in my brain. A couple minutes later, Bam comes out of the house, back through the window. Why didn't you come out through the door? I thought maybe he would at least come out through the door, and it's just, no, he came back out through the window, y'all. He came back out ass first through the window. He came back out. So this was him going through the window, his legs. Boom. This was him coming back out the window. Boom. But this time he had a garbage bag. Oh, God. So he came back out, fell to the ground. I don't know, that chair was flimsy. You know, them little plastic chairs. He didn't make it on the chair. He came out the window, fell to the ground, picked up his garbage bag, and come strolling to the car. So I'm like, okay, this guy does not have a house. He is not having renovations. So when Bam get in the back of the car, Kayla is still flaming me. So I have to ask him. I'm like, so Bam, why did you go through the window? And he's like, oh, my door jammed, my door locked, like it can't open. He said some crap about how he tried to get into his door one day with the key broke into the lock, and now the lock is jammed and shut. I don't know, just a headache, child, just lying through his teeth. So he told me something, oh, his door is jammed, so he got to go through the window and all this bull crap. Just say this not your house. Just say this may be somewhere you used to stay and now it's abandoned, and you just put your stuff in here, you climb through the window to enter and exit. Just say that. Just say that. Stop lying. Talking about this was his house. It's getting renovated. It's going to be about 2 months. They've started working on it, but they haven't come back. Blah, 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 blah. It was all lies. And needs to say, my friend Kayla is still flaming me in the front seat. Bam, he even was looking at Kayla like, what's wrong with her? And I just kept playing it off like she texting on her phone with her friend and stuff like that. No, she was flaming Bam. You hear what I mean? She was flaming him and flaming me at the same time. She ain't shit. All right, let's get to the nitty gritty. We decide to pull over again because I had, me and Kayla, we had our little tree stuff. So we once we leave this supposedly his house, we pull by the water. That's our thing. We go by the water and the ocean, and we rolling up, we chilling, we chiefing. We decide, and the sun is now setting. This is like 2 hours later, 3 hours later. The sun is now setting, and we're talking. So I'm asking him, so where do you want to go? Where do you want to take me to eat? And that the area that we were in, we had like Duffy's, and I'm not sure if you guys are aware of Duffy's Sports Grill, but we had like a Duffy's. We had all kind of like even cheap like Chili's and Applebee's. These places were very affordable. So I love me a good Applebee's drink and happy hour. So I'm like, Applebee's is right down the street. We can go to Applebee's. And he was just like, okay, let's go to Applebee's. So cool. We all finish doing what we do. We get in the car. This time, Kayla got in the back seat and she let Bam sit in the front seat with me. And I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all, he smelled like a little booty. Like, I feel so bad saying that because the whole day he was cool with me. He was like cool with me far as the parents wise. He didn't look dirty or anything like that. But he was in the back seat the whole time, so I didn't really get a good whiff at him. When he sat down, like how like, okay, so we packed our little things up and we got to my car because we were finna go. So I sat in the driver's seat. Kayla got in the back seat behind me. And he was the last person to enter the car. So when he flopped down, I didn't smell anything. But he had to get back out of the car to get something. I don't know. He dropped something. I don't know. He sat down and he got back up. When he got back up, it was that butt air. I never knew men could have butt air, y'all. I know women. I know sometimes women be a little rank and a little sweaty. And sometimes when women sit down or get up, sometimes that little cooter air be a little stank, you know what I mean? But I never knew men can have butt air. Like I never knew. Maybe it was balls air. Who knows? But when he got up to get out of the car, it smelled like a little booty, y'all. It was a little butt air. It was just horrible. It smelled like, yeah, I'm pretty sure his butt was stank. And also, it smelled like a little mildewy. Like, you know how, like, and I knew where the scent was coming from. So, one, it was his butt crack was stank. And God forgive me for talking about this man, but I'm telling y'all the facts. And it smelled like mildew. It came from his socks. You know how I know? You know, you ever had like your socks got moist or wet and you had them in your shoes for a while, and when you finally take that shoe off, you know that like that mildewy corn smell. It was his socks. So it was his butt crack and his socks. Oh my God. I know I'm not very mean. I'm very comedic and I'm very outspoken. But one thing I am not is mean. I don't like hurting people's feelings, y'all. I will only attempt to hurt somebody's feelings if they do me dirty. And a lot of times I even let people slide when they do that. I am not the one to try and make somebody feel bad because one, he was not rude. He was not disrespectful. The whole day he was vibing with us. He didn't have much money, but he brought his little dime weed. He didn't have his little couple dollars to give me for gas, but you win some, you lose some. You know what I mean? He was not disrespectful, so I was not in the business of hurting this guy's feelings. And so I let it slide. I just, I don't know. I just kept my mouth closed. We drove off and we headed to Applebee's, y'all. We get to Applebee's. Of course, you're going to have the 2 for whatever, the 2 for 10s or whatever, the happy hour drink, half off drinks or whatever. We ordering, we drinking. Kayla sitting in front of us, me and Bam sitting next to each other. I'm like this low key, but it's okay. You know what I mean? I'm so happy Kayla did not smell this guy. I'm so happy she did not smell him. Oh my God, my goodie's showing. I'm so happy Kayla did not smell Bam because Kayla would have flamed this guy and I would have had to stop him and her from fighting. I'm so happy she did not smell him, but I did and I didn't say anything. The conversation was good. We laughed, we drunk, we even got a little tipsy, y'all. We had some good wings and good fries and we ate good and it was a good time until it was time to go, until it was time to pay. Again, even today, even today, ladies, with my own man, my own boyfriend, we've been together 7 years and I still will go out with my own money. 7 years, and me and him, when we go out, I still make sure I have a credit card, a $50 bill, something. So I told y'all, me and Kayla, we took care of ourselves. We took care of ourselves. We didn't need his money in case things like this happened. So everything was good until it was time to pay. So the waitress come back. She was a nice little young lady. She was like, hey, I see there's 3 of y'all. Do y'all want separate checks or do y'all want 2? How do y'all want to do it? So Kayla, she was like, I got mine. And me, I'm like, well, 1. That's what I did. I pointed to me and him. I'm like, 1. He gets quiet. Kayla going through her purse. She going through her purse and she getting her card tied and she getting her money. I look at Bam and Bam, he's like, damn, he don't want to answer the phone, bruh. That's just how I looked. I looked at Kayla and I said, because I already knew I was going to have to pay this bill. I knew I was going to have to pay the bill. And I knew I was going to have to pay the bill. I wanted to run out, but I was too chubby at the time. I wouldn't have got far anyway. So it crossed my mind, but I ain't do it. I just knew that this guy was just a bum. I just didn't want to say it to him or be rude because he wasn't rude to me. But he was a straight bum. So Kayla, she give the waitress come back. The waitress like, are you guys ready? Kayla like, yeah. Yeah, she gave her card. And I'm still sitting there looking dumb while this guy next to me is like, damn. You were supposed to send that to me, man. God damn. Bruh, answer the phone, bruh. That's just how he was. And I was like, girl, let me get my purse. Let me dig through my purse, try and get my credit card out, child. Because ain't nobody got time for this. Ain't nobody, you not finna embarrass me, child. And I get my credit card and I give it to the fucking waitress. Because it's like, why? Why would you agree to take me on a date and you can't even pay for this little skimpy ass $40 bill? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these men. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So, Kayla, let me tell y'all something. My friend, you need friends like this because it keep you tough. My friend Kayla, she flamed my ass from the time we met this guy, from the time that we met him at the hotel to the time we dropped his funky ass off. My friend laughed and she picked at us the whole day. She had a good time just watching everything go down. And it wasn't malicious. It was just, trust me, I wanted to joke with her. So I give the waitress my credit card, and he seen like the look on my face, how mad I was looking. I looked disappointed, and he was like, "I promise you, I'm gonna send you the money later. Somebody was supposed to send me some money, but it didn't go through. I promise you, I'm gonna send it to you later. I promise I'm gonna send it to you later. Just pay this. I'm gonna send it to you later." In my head, I'm like, no, you're not. Y'all, I never set myself up for failure. In my head, when he was talking to me, I knew he wasn't going to send me no money back. I knew he wasn't. So I'm like, yeah, okay. And then also in that moment, actually, after the moment I seen his ass hit the ground from trying to get out that window at the house, I knew I wasn't going to talk to him no more. I've been figured that in my brain. But when he said that he was going to pay me later, and I knew he wasn't, that definitely did it for me. I knew I was never going to talk to this guy again. I get a lady my credit card, we pay. Kayla is tapping on me, laughing at me. I'm just so mad. I'm in the front, Kayla behind me, tapping on me, laughing. He behind Kayla, looking disappointed like a little sad puppy. I don't know. Did he not feel less of a man? Like, did he not feel shame to try and love bomb me, hit me up all day, tell me how much he want to date me, take me out, hang out with me, blow me up. And when I finally give the guy a chance, this is how you present yourself. Have me pick you up from this hotel with all of these men. You stay in this room with all of these guys. Lie to me, tell me your car is in the shop when you know you didn't have a car to begin with. Tell me your house is being renovated when that house look like it hasn't been touched only by you climbing through his window. You make me drive 43 minutes and 27 seconds away for a little bag dime of tree. Offer to take me, I'm going to keep going. Offer to take me on a date to a restaurant. And you say that you just fell through. Said you was going to give me a couple little dollars for gas and you didn't give me a fuck thing. You get what I mean? It was just ridiculous. We get in the car, we take this young man home, Bam, young man. We take Bam home back to this toot motel with all of these tricks. He had the nerve to ask us, did we want to come inside? Hell no. So I told him, I'm like, no, we kind of tired. We a little drunk from Applebee's. We about to go home. So we drop him off. Soon as we pull off, Kayla, how many times I've said this throughout the story? Kayla ain't shit. She laughed at me the whole time. She picked at me the whole time. She picked at him the whole time. We had a good time. We laughed about it because I didn't take a loss that day. He took a loss. I didn't take a loss. He did. I didn't need him. He needed me. So that was my little horror story time, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below. Like the video, and I really appreciate everything y'all do for me. Until next time, y'all, I'm out. Oh, yeah. That ain't it. In case y'all wanted to know, I was ready to wrap it up. He didn't send my money. Of course, y'all figured that part. He didn't never send me my money. He never sent me my money. The next day, I even asked him about the money, knowing he wouldn't send it. He never sent the money. A couple days later, he kept texting me. I asked him about the money. He never sent the money. But you know what? He needed that money because all of them in that room, I'm sure he needed that money more than I needed it myself. It was only $40. So, you charge that to the game. And yeah, that is the end of the story time, y'all. Poor me. Love y'all. I'm out.